We are excavating the impellers. First impression, as you can see from over here, there doesn't seem to be any carbon remaining on the top. The reason, well, there was some kiln cycle adjustments, and, well, honestly, the kiln needs some work. The heating elements are in dire need of changing after doing some inspection, and those have been ordered. So anyway, what we ended up with is a much longer sinter than we anticipated. And anyway, we're just going to see if this works and check the results. For anyone who did not watch the previous video, we have here, this is still very hot, a top right corner being a baseline virtual foundry 17.4 filament impeller, bottom right being a baseline copper liquid phase sinter impeller, and top left a liquid phase sinter impeller copper with flux added on the top. So we'll just excavate these. Got a small bucket of water here, and we'll quench that and just kind of check the results. So I'm going to grab my tongs and we will be pulling out the regular baseline vanilla, whatever you want to call it, steel impeller here first. I don't know what the status of this will be, since we did run out of let's see if we can get a close up. So that's what this one looks like, still a little covered. We'll quench this one. You can see the sizzle. Get that one washed off. And pull it out. So, I'm not so sure. This might be oxidized. The shape itself looks fairly good, but we'll have to clean this up and see. See if it has any metallic sound to it. I'll just drop this on the floor, see what happens. I don't know, it has a dud. Not normally a good sign. But, oops. But it sounds metallic enough. So anyway, we'll put this off to the side. Next will be the excavating the regular liquid phase center part. There's a little bit, I don't know if you can see this, but it's for these two parts, it almost has raised above where the ballast was to leave an impression on the ballast. The regular part did not have that, so I don't know if some sort of expansion was going on here. But regardless, we do have a little bit of impression on the top. So we'll brush that off. Okay, and also these parts were all oriented the same way. Oh, interesting. This looks slightly warped. My eyes aren't great, but there is definitely a warping going on here. So let's see that really bowed out upwards, actually, well, downwards, so it looks like it may have sunk since these parts were placed. And also I don't know if you can tell this, but the portion here has expanded out, which is also pretty interesting. So we'll quench this. Wash that in some water. Cool it off. Okay, so maybe you can see the bowing a little better. Certainly has bowed downwards from the placement. It's an interesting result. I don't know if this has anything to do with the part thickness or what I've added, but as you saw from the previous impeller, there was no bowing, so something happened here. We'll put this over to the side and get the last impeller, excavate it, and this is the one that we added the copper infiltration paste to, as well as the flux. So see if we have anything interesting to show. So I can't, there's still some bowing, not as much as the previous one. Let's get this quenched as well. Let's see if we can get the sizzle. Just let that cool. And pull that out and place it to the side. Oops. Okay, so how did we do? Well, this one looks slightly less bowed out than the regular infill, but it's going to be hard to tell until we clean this up. I won't be cleaning this up right now. Generally what you would do is put this in a tumbler with some ammonia and let it run overnight. So I'm going to do a couple of inspections off camera and clean these up a little bit and post some results in a bit. Anyway, this was just a quick one to show the results from the last live. Hope everyone's having a good night, and catch you guys next time.